Hi, thank you for joining me for today's video, and today I'm scrapping another summer photo. So I'm obviously feeling the cold at the moment because I'm reaching for all these summery photos. It's a photo of my children with their cousin Elizabeth in the swimming pool at our family holiday a good few years ago, back in 2018. So I wanted to emulate the blue of the swimming pool water by dragging some paint across the centre of the page. So I've grabbed one of my Shimmers paints. This is the Colour Splash in Rockin' Robin, and just watered it down with a big paintbrush and then dragged it across, well, up the page because I found it much easier moving in that direction, and then added some splatters, and then I left that overnight to dry, and it's created this wonderful watercolour, just what I was after. So it really does look like that swimming pool water and them splashing about in it. So the photo I trimmed down to 4x4. It was a 4x6 photo that I printed out and then just trimmed a bit off the top and bottom to make it square. And now I'm matting it in a scrap of white cardstock and then a scrap of black cardstock, just to create a really nice border around the edge. I'm not actually using any other pattern paper on this layout. I'm just going to use some embellishments that I pulled from my stash. So starting with this frame, quite a few of these bits are from the Sunshine on My Mind from Pink Fresh Studio that came out this summer. That ticket is and that frame is, but that label that's behind is actually cut out of a card from one of the LE Studio kits this summer. I just thought that the blue went really nicely, and I definitely wanted a tag here to bring the height up a bit behind. That circle that I'm popping at the bottom there is actually punched from one of the Vicky Boutin Where To Next papery pieces. And then the sunglasses again are from that Sunshine on My Mind collection. The blue swim word and the pink all together chipboard piece are both from 49er Market. And then that cum is actually from Bramble Fox. It was from a grab bag that I got at a crop last summer. That pool time tag that I'm sticking to the top of the photo again is from that LE Studio kit. Do have a look at their monthly kits. They have some fabulous little bits and pieces that you can add to your layouts. I love them. I grab them from time to time and just add them in little bits to my layouts. So I'm just starting to glue all this down now. I'm liking how it's all been positioned. So just gathering everything together. I'm using my T-square ruler to check that it's straight. The carb background has warped ever so slightly because of the amount of water that I added to it. It's just our Hey Little Magpie heavy white cardstock, so it can warp a little bit when a lot of water's added, but that doesn't bother me because once it's in the album, in the page protector, you really don't notice. So I just wanted to use my T-square ruler to check that everything was straight, and then I'm starting to glue down. So I've glued down that frame, the Best Summer Ever square piece, that little ticket that says Summer Pool Pass, and of course the photograph, and now I'm just going around getting everything else adhered down. So I do faff about a little bit with this title. I want to make sure that it's in the right place. But I've got plenty of blank space below James in his rubber ring there, so I can stick it over the top of the photo just to make everything look cohesive and tied together. So adding those sunglasses. I really like those. They've got a blue rim and then they've got pink arms, so they're absolutely perfect for this layout because I'm trying to just stick to pinks, blues and yellows, the colours in the photo, and also the yellow for the sun. So just getting these bits stuck down now. And I am going to add something to the tag to draw the eye up the page, and also something further down to draw the eye down. So I'm just slowly working my way around this cluster at first, and once I've got the main body down, then I can add the other bits and pieces. So I'm going to use that flare badge. That's one of our Hey Little Magpie flare badges, and it just says Summer Memories with a blue camera at the top. The colours are perfect for this layout, so I'll add some tangled thread behind that, just in this variegated yellow. It's a colour that I use an awful lot on my layouts at the moment. And then I pulled in this die cut black cardstock. This is from one of those new All and Create dies. If you've been watching my channel, you'll have seen that I treated myself to some new All and Create dies recently that they've just released, and this is one of them. So just ripped a little bit off, and I'm just positioning that underneath that chipboard All Together title. So now getting that flare badge stuck down, and then I can have a look at what else. So I pulled out some really old bits and pieces from my stash, which I'm still trying to use up. So these stickers are Fresh Market from think they're from, yes, Bella Boulevard. And I found a couple of little word stickers to add on here. One that says happy with the blue writing and one that says sunny day with pink writing. So again, perfect on those yellow stickers. And then I find some other stickers. These are actually winter stickers, but they work really nicely with this collection. I think they're Pink Fresh from a good while ago. But I do find one that says Family Fun. So I'm just adding that to the top of that piece there. And then I'm actually going to move that to the top as well. And just have them stacked on top of one another. Now, because these are so old, I am adding some wet glue just to keep them in place, because the adhesive on the stickers isn't really great anymore. I think they've been in my drawer a little bit too long. I'm probably exposed to all the heat. So I'm just adding some American seam binding to the top of this tag. I really wanted to bring some more of that pink in. Amelia's in a rubber ring that's like a watermelon, so that pink is really obvious in the photo, so I wanted to bring that into the top of the layout. So I've just trimmed off a nice hefty piece of that seam binding, and then I'm just gluing it in little spots sporadically to hold it in place so that it still flows, looks like it's flowing freely, but it is positioned, it's not going to move once it's in the page protector. And you only need a tiny bit of glue just to hold this in place, and I really like the look that that gives when you do that. So just a couple more dots. I decide once I put the glue down that I do want to add a little bit more. Bit at the bottom there. And I love how it just looks like that's flowing freely in the wind. So now with some Ellie Studio hearts, puffy hearts, I just add a little yellow one next to that Best Summer Ever title. And then there's another set of puffy stickers from Ellie Studio. These are all round ones and they're called Good Stuff Puffy stickers. And I just found one that says Time to Relax, which is perfect down there. And then there's one with the sun, which of course has to go on this layout. So just deciding where best to put that, but it does go to the left-hand side there. So almost hanging off the edge of the layout, but not quite. So that's those bits down. And then I just wanted to bring something down to the bottom. I felt like it was just with all that seam binding at the top, it was a bit top heavy. So just found a little JD3D star in yellow and then a tiny little gold sequin to pop next to it. So now I'm going to bring in my gold watercolour. This is a slightly paler watercolour than I normally use, and using a tiny brush just to get some very small splatters, just going right the way up that left-hand side of the layout, and that's it done. I really hope you've enjoyed this. It's a great way of using up some of those embellishments that have just been languishing, and no need for pattern paper, look. So it just shows all that paper we're hoarding and you don't even need it. So finishing off with my roller date stamp at the bottom, and that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I shall see you again Sunday. Bye.